Yeah, hi everyone. Welcome again in the session related to the mobile phone security. I am Dr. Diva Rathod, Associate Professor, Cybersecurity and Digital Forensics Division, Gujarat Forensic Sciences University. Now, today I have a plan to discuss about the configuration of target vulnerable mobile application lab, in the sense that if somebody wants to do a practical related to the mobile application pen testing, obviously the focus is right now on Android application security pen testing. Then how do you configure the lab, and what kind of tools and technology you need to configure such lab? And the biggest advantage of configuring such virtual lab inside your laptop, that will gives you the opportunity where you can test the different vulnerability on the application which is installed inside your laptop only. So everything is in the control environment and everything is virtual. And the second thing is, we also try to understand the Android application architecture, and that I will have a plan to discuss in the second session. So let's understand that if you really wants to configure the virtual lab inside your laptop, then I do suggest that this is what the bare minimum things you want. I think we already discussed 2 points from this lab. The first one is the Santoku operating system, and we also had a detailed, I'll say, the presentations on the Santoku, which I already discussed. But just have a brief idea that Santoku is nothing but this is the operating system which is equipped with the varieties of the tools and technology related to the mobile application security and forensics. I want to add both the things. So you can expect the different tools and technology related to the mobile application pen testing, and you can expect the different tools and technology which is related to the mobile forensics also. And it is not only focus on the Android, but you can expect the tools and technology related to the Android, iOS, and other mobile operating systems also. So that's the first part. The second part is obviously the tools and technology which is available inside the Santoku operating system. They are meant for the testing purpose. Okay, now the questions comes is what you will test is very important. So obviously you will test the Android application or the iOS applications or some other mobile application. So those applications which you want to test, you need to deploy, you need to run in the virtual environment. If it is the Android applications, then obviously we normally have the Android virtual device, which will be the part of your Android Studio. But running the applications as a part of the Android Studio is quite, I'll say, a complex, because you need to install the entire Android Studio, and which is ultimately Android Studio itself is a very heavy. As far as if I'm running the Android Studio with in the laptop or a desktop where you have a limited memory or a RAM. So I do suggest that instead of, if you want, you can use the Android Studio. The second options could be you can use the Android Virtual Device AVD options, which is available itself in the Santoku operating system. So you can also use that AVD options, which is available as a part of the Santoku operating system. The third, I would say that which is a best one, is you can use a Genymotion. So Genymotion is nothing but I would say it's a virtual machines, and that virtual machines have where you can we can create the different instance of the devices. I would say the different instance of the devices means you can choose that you want to create the device with what API label, and that device instance you can create inside the Genymotion. And the device which will be created, obviously it is a virtual device which will be created in the Genymotions that act as a real device. So you may have a field, you can install the application, that you can do a different functional testing, stress testing, or you can do a security testing also. We already had little discussions on the Genymotion. I think there is a spelling mistake. It's a Genymotion. Okay. Now the third thing is, now you already have a Santoku OS, which is have a tools and technology related to for a pen testing purpose. You have a Genymotions where you have installed your application uh, for which you want to do a testing, or a platform where you can install the application for a testing. Now the questions comes is what vulnerable applications are good for testing purpose. Then I would say that I have given the list of the three applications. These are the best vulnerable applications. Vulnerable application means this application are developed intentionally, and this when applications are intentionally vulnerable for different security flows, which will be listed by the OWASP top 10 mobile security vulnerabilities. So, like the first one is a Diva, which is a damn insecure and vulnerable applications. This is also the intentional vulnerable application, and it is advisable that you should not install such applications on a rival device. This is for a learning purpose. This is for to enhance your skills. The second one is the OASP Goddard. It is also the one of the good applications which is obviously developed and published by the OASP itself. And this application is also focused on the OAS top 10 mobile Android, I would say, application vulnerability. The third one is called the OASP security safeguard. Now remember one thing: the Diva, it is that you can it is the Android application, and the OASP Goddard is also the Android application. So if you really want to understand the different security flows related to the Android applications, the Diva and OASP Goddard is, I would say, it's a more advisable, highly advisable. Now the last one is called the OASP security safeguard. I would say that OASP security safeguard, it is not focused for a specific platform, but you can learn the OASP top 10 vulnerabilities related to the mobile applications in a detailed way. So this is what the smaller, I would say, the lab setup you can do in your laptop, where you can install the Diva, OASP Godroy, is it, or the OASP security safeguard for a testing purpose. Let's see that the first one is we'll have a brief idea about the Diva. We'll take the brief idea of each of the applications. The first one is a Diva, which is a damn insecure and vulnerable application, and this application is intentionally designed to be a insecure for a learning purpose to enhance your skill. The aim of the application is to teach the developer the quality assurance, or the security professionals flaws that are generally present in the applications due to a poor or the insecure coding practices. So the developer can test it, can see the code, and they will understand that okay, I should not do such mistake. Quality assurance people also can understand that okay, this is what the way I can test the application. So they can understand, they can enhance their skill. Who can use the Diva? Obviously, the application Android application developers, to see that what kind of coding they should not do, or what kind of coding or the mistakes lead to a security flaws. Obviously, the Android pen testers, they have to understand that what kind of test cases they should write, so they can they can target the specific vulnerability. Then we have the security professionals, obviously, to understand the different security flows, to understand the different security flows at the programming level. So that is also, and the last one is the students, obviously, and they do understand that how do you test the applications, what could be the vulnerabilities, how the vulnerability is got reflect in the source code, how will you do a secure source code review. This is what the ultimate aim. You can find this Diva from it is actually basically it is developed by the Asim Jakar, and it is available on the website is called Payatu. Okay, now these are the few challenges which is provided available in this Diva intentionally vulnerable application: insecure logging related vulnerabilities, the hard coding issues related vulnerabilities, some of the insecure data storage vulnerabilities, and therefore that they have given the different challenges from part 1 to part 4. Then they have also given some of the challenges related to the input validations issues. So you have a part 1, part 2. The control access issues, also have a part 1, part 2, or part 3. We will see this each of the challenges in detail at the code level also. But you just have you aware yourself that what kind of vulnerability you can expect from this Diva application. Then you also have the hard coding issues part 2, and the last one is the input validation issues. So in total, I would say that there are 14 to 15 vulnerabilities which is available inside this Diva. And if you really wants to, I would say, to exploit any of the vulnerabilities, either you may need to focus at the programming level. It means that you need to reverse engineering of the Diva applications from APK to the you will get the source code, and when you do a source code walkthrough, you will find the some of the flows or the vulnerabilities. In some of the cases, you will enter the input to the interface or in the activity of your Android applications, and and on the basis of the output, you will come to know that okay, that vulnerabilities exist or not. So there are different techniques available that we'll discuss in the next session. Now, if you'll go ahead, the second application is called the OASP Goddard, which is ultimately developed by the OASP community only. Okay, and I would say that it is a self-contained training environment for educating the developers and the testers on the Android security. So it is also meant for the Android developers, security pen testers, quality assurance team also, and the students also. And the Godra requires the minimal dependencies, and it deals for both the Android beginners as well as the more advanced users. So you may expect somebody says that I want to work on the API level security in the mobile applications, then these applications have that kind of vulnerabilities. Now this application they have it will includes two different applications. This is the Godro is a combination of two different application. One is the forgots, and this application is the location based social network application, obviously developed intentionally for specific vulnerabilities. And the second one is called the had financials, and this is the mobile banking applications, and obviously it is meant for if somebody wants to know that what kind of vulnerabilities you can expect or you can locate or you can write the test cases to address any of the vulnerabilities related to the mobile banking applications, then you will learn those things from this the had financials application. So you can expect these two kinds of applications inside the Godroy. Now the forgots server control panels in the what kind of vulnerabilities you can expect. So you can find vulnerabilities related to the client side injection, server side authorization issues, side channel information leakage, insecure data storage, privacy concerns, insufficient transport layer protection, insecure interprocess communication. So these are the few list of I would say the vulnerabilities which is intentionally available in this application. And if you really wants to download this applications, you can find from uh, the sites from the GitHub also. And if you really wants to understand, if you wants to get more details, then you can visit any of these sites. We'll visit the sites. So let me open Google Chrome and let's see. Okay, so here you have your GitHub. This is the name of the person who I think has developed this application, and they have given that how do you deploy this application. They are already given the steps. Now this application is by default available in one of the tools which I have discussed long back, that is called API. But I personally believe that I don't find the API is a good platform for which is meant for the testing purpose, because there are so many technical issues which I personally faced when I'm using the API. The tools which is embedded inside the APIs, they won't work perfectly. The second thing is that API platform is not get updated regularly also, so there are so many technical issues. Otherwise this application is by default installed inside the API. So they have given the I would say the steps to install it, and how do you run the applications also, that is also available. Steps is available here only on the GitHub link that we'll discuss I think in detail in the upcoming sessions. That will back to our presentation. Okay, so this is what the OASP Goddard, this is second applications. The third one is, which is of my favorite, is called the OASP security safeguard. This is a very good move by the OASP. So what they have done is they have developed one virtual machine, and that is known as the OASP security safeguard, and that virtual machine is meant for bot. That is meant for the web and mobile application security training platform. And the good thing is, if somebody says that I want the CTF kind of environment for web applications or the mobile application pen testing, you can find both Either you can get the list of the vulnerabilities, you can click and you can exploit, or if you want in the form of the challenges, that also available. If somebody says that I want in the form of the CTA platform, that is also available. And the OASP security safeguard is also deployed on the live server. So if you don't want to install the OASP virtual machine because it's quite heavy, it's a 2.5 GB inside your laptop. If you want to test it, you can also test on online also. And this security safeguard project is obviously all those three vulnerable applications which I have discussed is open source. So let's just have a brief details about the OASP security safeguard. So we already have the complete document related to the OASP security safeguard. So it is meant for the OASP security safeguard. Basically, you will find for what? You'll find this is meant for the teaching tools for all the application security, web application pen testing training platform. It is also the mobile application pen testing training platform. It is a safe playground to practice the abstract techniques also. And it is also the platform to demonstrate the real security risk. And I would say this, I would say what you can expect in the security safeguard. Then they have given the bigger range of vulnerabilities related to like SQL injections, broken authentications in session management, cross-site scripting, insecure direct object references, security misconfiguration, sensitive data exposures, missing functions level access control. Then you have the cross-site request forgery. So they have given the very big, I would say, almost 16 to 17 list of vulnerabilities which is available in the security safeguard. And if you see, if you really wants to configure or install the security safeguard, then it is available in 3 variant. They also provide the complete virtual machines that you can download and just push inside your desktop, and you will have the lab would be set up in your laptop. If you want, you can install manually also, and the Docker is also available for the installation purpose. So right now I'm not going to discuss in detail about this, I would say, about that how do you configure the security effort, but I definitely have a plan to have a practical related to this one. So this is what the link is available for the security effort. Right now the latest security effort is available is 3.1. And remember one thing, this is what these are the virtual machines. As you can see that this is the OASP security effort version 3.1 virtual machine is available 1.55 gigahertz. So you just need to download this virtual machine, and you can with these virtual machines you can perform the varieties of web application security pen testing related practicals. And if you really wants to focus only on the mobile phones, then you need to download the one more, I will say the zip file. And how do you configure it, that I'll discuss later on. For that I have a separate sessions. But remember one thing, the security safeguard is not only meant for the Android or iOS. The only good thing about the security safeguard is they have given the list of the vulnerability which you can expect in any kind of mobile application. Either it could be iOS or either it could be Android. So this is not meant for only for the Android or only meant for the iOS. It is meant for the general, it is focused on the general vulnerabilities which you can expect in any of the mobile application. Okay, that will back to our presentation, and that will visit the actual websites of this one. So if you just write the OASP security safeguard, then you will find. Now see, this is the main page of the OASP security safeguard. As I told you that it is meant for both the web application security pen testing and the mobile security pen testing. And in this you can have the different modes. You can, if you want, you can enable the CTF mode. If you want, you can enable the open floor mode. If you want, you can enable the tournament mode. So that is available in the different modes available in the form of the different modes. And if you see, if you really wants to set up this one, they have given the Docker image also, the virtual machine also, and the manual also. So there's different options available. When you click on the virtual machines, you definitely get, they will they will tell you that the virtual machines is available in the form of the in the VM, which is they'll say that it'd be better to use the virtual virtual box. And here they have given the link for to download the security safeguard VM also. I think they will take to the same link which I have shown just a few minutes before only. Okay, but I think for this, I think we'll discuss some other time. Okay, so this is what the options that we have. And so the ultimate aim is, if you really wants to understand the mobile application security kind of concept, I think you should have a Santoku. You may have the Genymotions, and you can install any of this flavor of applications. I think this is good enough for understanding the different vulnerabilities which is associated with the mobile uh, phone application security pen testing. You definitely get to know the different vulnerabilities, as well as how do you pen test those vulnerabilities. That also you'll get the knowledge of if you really explore this three different kind of application. Okay, now we'll talk about the first application, that is, I think, the Diva. So let's see that how do you configure the Diva application. So we'll do one thing, we'll back to our labs. This is what our Santoku is, and this is what my Gen. So this is what my Santoku. Let me log in. Okay, we have logged in successfully. Let me open the terminal. Control Alt T. So now we have the terminal. Let me first check that my Santoku is got connected with this one or not. So I have given the path for the installation purpose of this Diva. Now, as you can see on the screen, I have given the two options for the installations of for from where you can download the Diva. So let's go back to our, I would say, on my virtual lab. So this is what my Santoku is. So I'm inside the Santoku only. Okay, now if you search the www.payati.com, you will find, definitely you will find the details related to the Diva, that what is a Diva, and it is basically it is developed by the Asim Chakar. Now they have given here some of the options, like, okay, where you can get the Diva. So if we'll click on this one, they will open one GitHub link, and here from this GitHub link you can download the code. But remember one thing, this is the source code of your, I would say, the application. Okay, now what will happen is he has given some of the steps, like what it includes, and how do you compile this code. So if you download this code, you need to open this code into the Android Studio. You need to, pack this course in the form of APK. You need to sign the code, and then only you can run the Diva. And if you really wants to, don't do this. If you don't wants to do all these steps, downloading the source code from the GitHub, open those source code into the Android Studio, compile it, build it, and then prepare the APK file, sign it. If you really wants to don't wants to do all those things, then you can do one thing. You can try this link. That is the payatu.com / the web dash content / uploads / 2016 / 01 / the diva dash beta .tar .cz. So this is the compiled, pre-built compiled, and the application which is available in the form of tar, and from where we can get the APK file. So you just write this link. I already provided this link in the presentation. Now if you click on this link, it will ask for us to download the file, and I have already downloaded, so you can click on the save and you can save the file. The by default I'm not going to download because I already have the downloaded file. These files, it's normally download in automatically in the download folder. So this is what my Santoku is, and if you check your folder structure, you'll find download, and inside a download you will find this diva beta tar dot zz. So we already downloaded this file. Now let me just install it. So we already have the command prompt in front of us. We want to install these applications into the, I would say, in the Genymotion. So first I need to check that my ADB is got connected with this Genymotion or not. So ADB devices. Okay, I don't find any device IP or the serial number. It means that my Genymotion is not connected with the Genymotion. So let me check the IP address of the Genymotions. Okay, so 192.168.2.101. Okay, so ADB connect and 192.168.2.101. Oh, sorry, I did no mistake. This should be ADB connect. Now it is connected. ADB devices. So it shows the IP address. It means that I'm connected with the device. Let me clear it. Now I don't want this one. Let me full screen it. Okay. So now let's check that our application is available in the download folder. So I just need to write download ls. So I already have this tar file. Now we know that how to extract the tar file. Then we'll write tar that xvzf diva. Okay, sorry, diva beta zz. Okay, so it is got what we got from this I'll say extracted file is diva beta.apk. Unless so I already have the diva beta apk. Now I want to install this file with or in the devices with which I am connected with the ADB. So what we normally do, we'll write ADB install diva beta.apk and let's see. Okay, now I'm failed. Now remember one thing, whenever you got such error like install failed already exist, then there could be a two reason. The one could be the application which you are trying to install from your virtual machines or from your desktop is not signed properly. This could be the first reason. The second reason could be that your virtual machine, inside a virtual machine, you have not allowed the installation of the applications from the unknown source. So let me check. Okay, this is the second option. So I think this could be the second reason, I would say. So I already allowed that allow the installation of the applications from the unknown source. So I don't think that this could be the reason. Okay, now the third reason could be, we'll do one thing. Let me open the Genymotion and let me check that this application is already installed or not. Oh, okay. So this could be the third reason, that the application is already installed inside your, I would say, inside your virtual machine or inside your Android virtual device, and I'm trying to install the same I would say application. So what I need to do is I need to uninstall this application first. So now if you really wants to uninstall this applications, then you may have two options. Either you can uninstall directly from the virtual machines while drag and drop, Or the second options would be just try to find that what is the package name related to this application. So we'll do one thing, clear adb shell. So now we have a shell of our Android device, sorry, Android virtual device, and then we'll do one thing. We know that if you install any of the application, you'll find the package related to the application inside the cd data. Inside the data, again we have one more directory is called data. So I would say, sorry, data ls, and just find the package name. I found that the package name of the install application is the Jacker ashim.diva. So I will do one thing. What I'll do is I'm going to uninstall the applications. Now if I want to uninstall applications, obviously I needs to back from the shell of the Android OS to the shell of my Santoku. So I'll write exit. So now again I'll back from, this is the shell of your Android OS. Now when we write the exit or the control D, I'm back to the shell of my, I would say, a Santoku OS. Now I'll write adb uninstall, and you just need to write the package name, jacker.sim.diva. Let's see. So we successfully, it is got uninstalled. Okay, now if you want to see that it is uninstalled or not, obviously I need to move from the shell of I would say Santoku to the shell of the Android OS. Then we'll write adb shell. Let me clear the screen. We know that it is available inside the data, cd data ls, and you'll find that there is nothing is available. Or if you want, see, if you have a bigger list of packages, then you can write the ls grep and you can provide the string. This is what the way you can also search for a specific directory. That's it. So now it is got uninstalled. Let me back again from the shell of Android to the shell of Santoku. So now we'll back to the Santoku. Now again we will try to install it. adb install. Okay, I'm in the Diva directory only. Okay. Diva beta .apk. Oops, sorry, I did some mistake. Let me check that adb devices is, I'm still connected or not. I'm still connected. Okay. So we finally got the success. So the application is again, it is got installed inside your, I would say, in the Genymotion. So if you click on that applications, you'll find that different challenges. Okay, so this is what I want to discuss with you, that now we have set up the lab. So I have the Santoku also. I have installed one of the applications inside the Genymotion. So what we will do is we'll start doing the pen testing of these applications. That will back to our presentation, and we'll go ahead. Okay, so this is what I want to discuss. So in this sessions, I think I have discussed one important point is how do you set up your lab. So for that you need a Santoku operating system, you need the Genymotion Android emulator where you can deploy any of the application, and I will also discuss that how do you install the applications from the Santoku to the Genymotions. So I think I personally feel that this is enough for today, and in the next sessions we'll discuss about that what is a strategy for the pen testing of the mobile application security and how does it is different from the web application security pen testing, and what is the need of a reverse engineering of the Android application or any of the mobile application. So I would say thank you. Bye.